Well, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day or night, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Deluxe. All right. So last weekend I did a which one belongs in your collection kind of thing, and it was a Devastator, and lots and lots of Devastators out there, man. But yeah, it seems like people liked it, so I think I'll probably do some more. I'm gonna do a bit, especially combiners and everything. So up next we're gonna do Bruticus. He's my favorite combiner, so really excited to do this one. This is basically what it's going to give you options of what's out there to fit in your collection. And thanks, I hope people like this one too as well. Like I said, if other people like it, I will definitely do some more. But yeah, I'm gonna do third party, official, legends, all that stuff and everything. Like I said last time, if I don't care what you think about third party, if that's a knockoff or everything, that's fine. But I like to give you options, and options are always great for Transformers and everything. So yeah, let's just move along. So up next, like I said, we got Bruticus. Going to do third party and knockoff first. And up first is going to be Zeta Toys, man. Yeah, I have the Zeta Toys one. There were a couple options out there. There was just a regular version. They had a metallic version, a better paint job, and they also had the metal chest version, all that stuff and everything. I wish Zeta would have stayed around, man. They did pretty good. I like their have their Superion as well. I was hoping they stay around, but they split off with Toy World and everything, and so yeah, just kind of really sucks that they're not around to give us the rest of their combiners. But yeah, like I said, this one's pretty good. He would still be my Bruticus if Magic Square didn't come along, which we'll talk about Magic Square later on. But it's still a good, bot to combine for Bruticus. The alt modes and bot modes are pretty good. They're all, they're kind of chunky a little bit, but yeah, I still like the Bruticus and everything. So there you go. This is Zeta Toys and their Armageddon. All right, moving on along to MMC Mastermind Creations. This is their Assaultus, their Bruticus. It's an all-in-one combiner, just like they're doing now and everything. I've heard some good things, and I watched some reviews. Combined mode has some issues. It wasn't the greatest, but it looked okay. I passed on this one because I had the Zeta. I thought he was going to be my Bruticus moving forward. But the alt modes look pretty good. The bot modes look okay as well. Like I said, the all-in-one combiner, thing they're going. I'm going in with their Defensor. I passed on this guy. I may go back and try to get this guy. He looks okay. But like I said, had some, there was some issues with the combined mode. But overall, not terrible at all. So yeah, there you go. This is MMC or Mastermind Creation. This is Assaultus, and they're Bruticus. Awesome. Oh, I also forgot to mention they did the MMC did a G2 version, which was all the gaudy colors and everything, tiger stripe, all that good stuff. So yeah, they had an option for the G2 version. So there you go. There's MMC G2 Bruticus. All right, let's go. And moving on to Warbotron and their Bruticus. I really liked him back in the day. He was probably a good chug scale combiner, not tall enough for MP or anything like that. But it's a heavy stylized take on their Bruticus and everything, which they did some pretty cool stuff. I think they did a Computron as well. I think I got maybe 4 out of the 5, and I think I need to go back and get the last one to combine them. But yeah, when Warbotron came out, everybody was excited. It's pretty good. You have these, you could build the figures. You had Shockwave and everything to go with it, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, I really liked this at the time, and still is pretty good bot. I still kept, like I said, I still have him. I don't plan on giving him away. The alt modes look pretty good. The bot modes look good as well, and combining him wasn't that hard as well. So yeah, pretty good. This was a good outing. I wish they would have stayed around too as well, but this was Warbotron, and this is their Bruticus. And speaking of Warbotron, we have Jin Bao, and this is their knockoff of their Warbotron, in which they upscaled it, so he would definitely fit in with the MP scale if you missed out. Like I said, I didn't get this one. I had the Warbotron one, didn't really need the other one. But yeah, if you like an oversized, MP scale of this one definitely will fit it. I think you still probably can get them around, get them on eBay or something like that. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so that's pretty cool. So there you go. This is Jin Bao, and this is their oversized knockoff of the Warbotron Bruticus. And then we move on to Unique Toys, and this is their Bruticus, or their Ragnaros, what they called him and everything. And this was pretty good. I had the first two, and I sold them actually because I think Zeta, that's when they showed theirs. I think that's why I didn't go with this one. But looking at him now, he looks pretty good. Not bad at all. I may go back and try to get this guy. He looks pretty good. But yeah, like I said, I had the first two. I think it was Swindle and Brawl, I think they had, and I sold them, and I went with Zeta. But I've heard some pretty good things about this one. The Goodbye mode, like I said, looks really good. The bot modes look good, and the alt modes look good. So yeah, like I said, I may try to go back and get these. They look pretty good. So yeah, there you go. This is Unique Toys, and this is their Ragnaros, or their version of Bruticus. Then we move on to Magic Square, and this is definitely going to be my Bruticus, man. He looks so good. So the third one, which is Onslaught, hopefully I'll be getting him pretty soon. I know others have already gotten him already, but they're Swindle and Brawl. This is just an upscale of their Legend Scale one, which I'll talk about that later on, which is really good. But yeah, really excited for this one. Looks really good. I mean, if you want a G1 type of Bruticus, this is the one, man, and they look really good. A lot of people are always saying, if New Age and Magic Square will upscale their, Legend Scale, they would always buy them. Well, here's your chance, because this looks freaking awesome. So there you go. This is Magic Square, and this is their MP Scale Bruticus, and man, can't wait to get all these in my collection. Let's go. All right, so next we got a super deformed type of thing. This one is called Euing Tank Alliance. There's a 6-in-1 kind of thing going on. Like I said, it's got the super deformed kind of chibi style with the big head and all that stuff and everything. So you get 6 of them actually, and it kind of looks like there's a silver one added onto them. I've never seen this before. I don't know how if he's any good or anything like that. If anybody has this or has messed around with it, definitely hit me in the comments. But like I said, this is Euing Tank Alliance, and this is their take on a super deformed Bruticus, and yeah, it looks okay, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about it. And moving on to Machine Boy MDB, this is a knockoff of the Warbotron again, just like Jin Bao. So it's going to be oversized, and it kind of looks like G2 colors. It's definitely brighter colors. The Brawl is a lighter green, and it looks like everything else is just different colors and everything. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, I don't know anything about this one as well. I don't know if it's still available, but yeah, this is Machine Boy, and this is MDB, and this is a knockoff of the Warbotron. And guess what, folks? Another knockoff of Warbotron, and once again, this is Euing. They just did the Take Alliance, the super deformed one, and they also did a knockoff oversized. I don't know what the difference is from Jin Bao. I mean, I guess it's just a different company, but both of them are definitely knockoffs of the Warbotron, and they're oversized, so they'll definitely hit the mid the MP scale and everything. So like I said, I don't know the difference. Anybody does, definitely hit me in the comments. But this is the Euing, and this is a Bruticus, and this is a knockoff of the Warbotron again. And then we have another knockoff, and this is a knockoff of the Combiner Wars. This is the Chug scale, and this might be upscale too as well. I don't know anything about this one, and it's called I'm gonna screw this up. Haziing. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. It's a Bruticus knockoff of the Combiner Wars. Like I said, more than likely it's probably an upscale, so it's going to be a little bigger than the Chug scale one. So yeah, like I said, I don't know hardly anything about this one either. I only could find a couple pictures, but if anybody knows about it, like I said, definitely hit me in the comments. So this is the Haziing knockoff of Bruticus and the Combiner Wars. All right, folks, that's it. Let's move on to Legends. So yeah, up first going to be Magic Square. Man, I really love some Magic Square Bruticus, man. He's great. Now, it's a pain in the tank to put together, especially with Vortex, man. Golly, that was, man, I didn't like that one. But overall, when you get him together, he is very, very awesome. One of the better combiners in the Legend scale, and I really, really do like him. I like their Minosaur, too, as well. I mean, I want to get all the combiners from from Magic Square. Also New Age, too. Yeah, I would love for New Age to make a Bruticus, but maybe down the line, we'll see. We got to get the Stunticons out first. But yeah, really like this one. So there you go. There is Magic Square, and this is Legend Scale, and their Bruticus. And man, yeah, he's great. And then we have Iron Factory, and this was their first combiner, and he's still freaking awesome too as well. Now they did a recolor of him called Ruination and everything. I'll have a lot of Ruinations down later on. But yeah, this is a great combiner. Once again, love some Iron Factory. I love what they do with their combiners, man. Their Laokaiser, their JJD is awesome. I cannot wait. Their Minosaur's coming out for the Samurai series. But yeah, Bruticus for Iron Factories is really good. One of the better ones. Like I said, they do a great job of their combiners. So there you go, Iron Factory and Bruticus, man. Yeah, he's great too as well. And then they had a knockoff. This was Pocket Toys. This is their knockoff, the Iron Factory. I think it was upscale as well. I didn't get this one because I had the original one, so I didn't need this one. But if you had a bigger, I think maybe he could probably fit in your Chug scale, maybe. I don't know for sure. Does anybody got the Pocket Toys one? How good is it? And what's it scale with? And everything. So yeah, pretty cool. So there you go. There's Pocket Toys, and this is their knockoff version of the Iron Factory Bruticus. All right, so I came across this one, and I think it might be a knockoff of the Iron Factory. I don't know. It's wild, man. So you got some components of, the Combaticons, but you also have 3 extra ones. You have like a broadside, a hotspot, like a fire truck, and a blue jet. So I have no idea what this is. You probably could find it on Sir Toys or something like that. It's some wild stuff and everything, but I think it's kind of a knockoff of the Iron Factory one, but it is what it is. So there you go. I think this is THC BME, and this is their version of a Bruticus. All right, so the last one I could find for Legend, I'm just going to throw this in. I don't think this was ever made, but this was XYZ Model World, and this is our Legend Scale Bruticus. Just a bunch of prototype pics, with the bot modes, the alt modes, and the combine mode. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I definitely would have got it if it did come out. Definitely G1. I think Brawl looks really too big, but that's fine. It is a tank. I guess it could be scaled just right. But yeah, I don't think this ever made. I don't know. I just put this in and everything. So if anybody knows if it was ever made, that'd be pretty cool. I may go try to get it and everything. So there you go. This is XYZ Model World, and this is their Bruticus for Legend Scale. All right, folks, let's move on to the official Transformers of Bruticus and everything. I'm talking like I'm working the news and everything. So there you go. We got G1 Toy Bruticus, and yeah, man, I never had the G1 version. As a kid, like most kids, you had a couple here and there, but I never was able to complete a Bruticus. But it looks pretty cool. I do have one now. That's awesome. We also had the box set, so they were individually, released on cards, and then they had the box set, which was cool. And then they did an encore, which was a reissue of the box set. I wish I would have got that one. And they also had knockoffs of the box set too. So yeah, they're always going to be knockoffs. And we also have the G2 version of Bruticus, which has some loud colors for the 90s. And they also have there's a knockoff off Sir Toys website. You can get the knockoff oversize of the G2 Bruticus. If you want to go check that out, that'd be pretty cool. So there you go. There's G1 and G2 Bruticus. Awesome. Up next we got Energon, and man, these things are fugly. I still have all these, but man, they're still fugly. Bright colors and just wow. So yeah, there were tons of options for Energon. You had the Takara, you had the regular Energon. You had the Revenge of the Fallen Target exclusive, which I have that one too. Don't know why I have all these. I guess because I love some Transformers. Then they had a United version, which was pretty cool, just a recolor. And then they had the Universe one, which they also had the add-on Frames projects, which was their Swindle and Blast Off, and I do have that still as well. And now that's kind of an add-on kit to add on to the Universe version. I mean, I guess you could use it for any version you want to, but it kind of wouldn't matched up with the original Energon one. But it was a cool, nice little add-on set. And I think they did a recolor of the Swindle and Blast Off too as well. I think I have those. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. There was Energon and their mini versions, Takara, Revenge of the Fallen, United, and all that stuff. And I think I have every one of those, man, because, man, I do love some Transformers. And then we move on to Generations, follow Cybertron Bruticus, and once again, yeesh, this thing was fugly, but I have a lot of them, man. So yeah, they had the original version, which was some, gaudy colors. We had the G2 version. They had a SDC exclusive version, a Ruination, which was pretty cool. Ruination from the 2001 Car Robots. They had a Fall of Cybertron Grimlock versus Bruticus two pack or two thing Platinum Edition. And then they had Takara, which was a better paint job and everything. So yeah, man, golly, they have not aged well. But they did have some add-on kits, to add better feet and hands and everything. So that was a pretty cool option. But yeah, there you go. There is Generations Fall of Cybertron Bruticus, and this is their mini versions that they have of him as well. So awesome sauce. And then moving on to Creo, they had Bruticus version as well, just a little combiner, kind of like a Lego type thing they had back in the day. I have a bunch of the Creos and everything. They were pretty fun. Like I said, they're just kind of Lego-ish things and all that stuff. So there you go. There's Creo Bruticus. And then moving on to C-Dub or Combiner Wars, and man, the mini versions we have of this one. The C-Dub, the Combiner one was okay. I liked him and the Superion. I think they were pretty good. But we got the new stuff coming out, so just, they're not gonna, yeah, I don't think they aged that well. But a lot of people still like them. And that's cool. If you like it, that's all that matters. But yeah, we had the G2 version. We had the Unite Warriors. They also had add-on kits to make the better feet and better hands, which was pretty cool. We had a Ruination set. That was awesome. So yeah, pretty cool. We had the Takara set as well. So there you go, man. Or I think the Unite Warriors, that was the Takara one. That was the better paint job and everything. So yeah, there you go. There was Combiner Wars and the mini sets of those. And like I said, the add-on kits really helped a lot for those. And then, like I just mentioned, we have the RID, or the Robots in Disguise 2001 version, which was called Ruination. We had the regular version. There was also a Universe recolor, which had the kind of the tiger stripes and everything. And then there was a Walmart camo recolor, which was exclusive to Walmart, and that was kind of been like an Armada package, which looked really cool. Which, like I said, Ruination or RID actually got me back into collecting, so I do remember seeing those, and that was pretty cool. And they had a Takar version with better paint job for him as well. So there you go. There is RID, or Robots in Disguise, Car Robots in 2001. And up next we have Age of the Primes and their Vortex. So that's the only one they've shown so far. I don't think they've shown any other ones, and he might be out right now. I think I know the Constructicons are, but he's coming out pretty soon. I think, hopefully. He looks okay. I like the alt mode. Looks all right. The bot mode does got some kibble underneath his arms and stuff and everything, so it's not terrible. But yeah, looking forward to this guy. Like I said, I don't think he's out right now. I know the Constructicons are out, but I don't think this one ones out yet, but hopefully it'll be out pretty soon. And also we'll get a chance to look at the rest of them and see what Bruticus is going to look like. So yeah, kind of excited for this. So there you go. This is Age of the Primes, and this is a Vortex. And yeah, it's going to have another Bruticus. Let's go. And the last thing we're going to talk about, really not, they're not Bruticus. I think they just gave them the name just to keep the name, which was, there was a RID, which was just talking about the car robots. There was a Bruticus, kind of an animal, kind of like a three-headed lion kind of thing. I do have him as well. And then they did a Universe Bruticus, which was a recolor of their Scourge from Cybertron, and I have that one too. And I do like the Scourge mode; it's pretty cool. But yeah, they gave him the name Bruticus. I'm guessing that, like I said, guessing just to keep the name around. That's why they gave these two their name. So yeah, not Combiner, Bruticus, but they gave him the name Bruticus. I thought I'd throw it in, just a couple options. All right, folks, that's it for Bruticus. Man, I had a great time doing these. I love these, man. I'm definitely going to do some more. I may do Pretty King next, or maybe an Autobot. Who knows? But yeah, there are several options out there for Bruticus. If I did miss one, definitely hit me in the comments. Say you missed one. Say, like I said, I did miss a couple from Devastator. So yeah, I missed the Make Toys one. I forgot to throw him in. Sorry about that. But yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, Bruticus is my favorite combiner. Had a great time looking up all the ones. I have most of them, but some of them I don't. I may go back and try to, especially a Unique Toys one. I may go try to get him again. But yeah, pretty cool. What do you think about this? What's your favorite Bruticus? Which one belongs in your collection? Definitely love to hear from you and everything. Hope you like these kind of things. Definitely hit me with some likes, shares, prayers, and care bears. Hit that sub button for me if you don't mind. It all helps out the channel. Hit me with some comments. Tell me you thought of this little Bruticus, options and everything. Like I said, I like to give you some options to see which one fits in your collection. And I guess I'll see you on the next, which one does belong in your collection. As always, be good to yourself, man. Hell freaking Transformers. And man, this was freaking awesome. And good night, folks.